Ladies and gentlemen, Potterheads and movie lovers, casual fans and die-hard wizards, stop whatever you are doing right now, because what I'm about to tell you is going to absolutely blow your mind. HBO has just dropped the first official look at the brand new Harry Potter series, and the internet is already losing its mind. This is not a drill. This is not a rumor. This is not some clickbait speculation video. This is real, this is confirmed, and this is happening. And today we are breaking down every single detail, every cast member, every behind-the-scenes nugget, and everything you need to know about the most anticipated television event of the decade. So if you're even remotely a fan of the wizarding world, you need to stay locked in until the very last second of this video, because trust me, you do not want to miss a single word of what I am about to say. Let's start from the very beginning, because context is everything. Back in 2001, a little movie called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone hit cinema screens around the world, and nothing was ever the same again. An entire generation grew up alongside Harry, Ron, and Hermione. We laughed with them, we cried with them, we felt every heartbreak and every victory as if it were our own. Those 8 movies starring the legendary Daniel Radcliffe became a cultural phenomenon unlike almost anything else in cinema history. We are talking about a franchise that grossed over $7.7 billion at the worldwide box office between 2001 and 2011 alone. $7.7 billion. That is not just success. That is a once-in-a-generation, seismic, earth-shattering cultural event. And when you factor in the entire Wizarding World franchise, the theme parks, the merchandise, the Fantastic Beasts spin-offs, the stage productions, the total value of the franchise is now worth upwards of $11 billion. $11 billion. So when people hear that HBO is rebooting Harry Potter as a brand new television series, there are naturally a lot of feelings involved. But here is the thing. Once you hear everything that HBO has planned, once you understand the vision behind this new series, once you see who is involved and what they are promising, I genuinely believe that even the most skeptical, most protective, most die-hard fans of the original movies are going to be absolutely hyped about what is coming. So here is the big announcement. HBO, one of the most prestigious and powerful television networks on the planet, the same network that brought us Game of Thrones, The Last of Us, Succession, The White Lotus, and so many other all-time classics, has officially confirmed that they are adapting J.K. Rowling's beloved Harry Potter book series into a brand new, full-length television series. And this is not just some quick cash grab adaptation. This is a full, deep, rich, expansive adaptation where each season of the show will cover one book from the series. That means we are potentially looking at 7 seasons of Harry Potter content. 7 seasons of going back to Hogwarts. 7 seasons of magic, mystery, adventure, danger, friendship, love, and loss. And unlike the movies, which, as much as we love them, had to make some very difficult cuts and compromises due to the time constraints of cinema, this series is going to give the stories the room they need to breathe. HBO has explicitly promised that this adaptation will deliver more book-accurate details than the 8 Warner Brothers movies ever could. And for anyone who has read the books, and I know many of you have, that is an absolutely massive deal, because there is so much incredible content in those books that never made it to the big screen. Characters who were cut entirely, storylines that were compressed or removed, backstories that were never explored, world-building details that would have made the movies richer and deeper. All of that, now has a chance to finally come alive on screen. This is the adaptation that book fans have been dreaming about for 20 years, and it is finally millions of fans all around the world chills. The caption that HBO posted alongside the image read simply, "Tomorrow," with a lightning bolt emoji. A lightning bolt, Harry Potter's scar, his symbol, his identity. HBO posted that lightning bolt, and Potterheads worldwide absolutely erupted. The implication was clear: a teaser is coming. A full teaser trailer for the new Harry Potter series is on the horizon, and if this one single image was enough to break the internet, just imagine what the teaser is going to do. The production design for the new series is being handled by Mara Lou Pearschloop, who is the production designer responsible for reimagining the look and feel of Hogwarts and the entire wizarding world for this brand new version. That is a tremendous amount of responsibility and a tremendous amount of creative opportunity. We're going to see Hogwarts like we have never quite seen it before. We're going to see Diagon Alley, the Forbidden Forest, Hogsmeade, the Ministry of Magic, and every other iconic location from the books brought to life with a fresh new visual identity. And the fact that they are already dropping first-look images and hinting at teasers tells us one very important thing. This production is moving. Things are happening. The wizarding world is coming back, and it is coming back fast. Let's talk about where this series is being made, because this is incredibly exciting. The Harry Potter series is currently in production in the UK at Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden. Now, for those who do not know, Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden is genuinely one of the most legendary and iconic film studios in the entire world. This is the exact same studio where the original 8 Harry Potter movies were filmed. The Great Hall, the Gryffindor Common Room, Dumbledore's office, the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, Diagon Alley, all of it was built and filmed right there at Leavesden. And today, you can actually visit the studio on the Warner Bros. Studio Tour London, which is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the entire United Kingdom. Millions of fans from around the world travel to Leavesden every single year just to walk through those sets and feel the magic for themselves. And now, the new Harry Potter series is being filmed in that very same studio. There is something incredibly poetic and incredibly powerful about that. The magic never truly left Leavesden. It was just waiting for the right moment to return. And that moment is now. Now I know what you were thinking. You were thinking, okay, this all sounds amazing, but what about the cast? Because cast is everything, right? When you are rebooting something as beloved and as iconic as Harry Potter, the casting decisions are going to be scrutinized to an almost unimaginable degree. Every single choice is going to be debated, discussed, celebrated, and criticized. And HBO knows this, which is why they have clearly put an enormous amount of thought and care into assembling the cast for the series. So let us go through it. Let us break down every single confirmed cast member, and let us talk about what each of these choices means for the show. First, and most importantly, Harry Potter himself. The role of the boy who lived, the chosen one, the most famous wizard in the world, will be played by Dominic McLaughlin. And we got our very first look at Dominic in those Gryffindor Quidditch robes in that first look image. Now, whenever a new actor is cast as Harry Potter, the comparisons to Daniel Radcliffe are absolutely inevitable. Radcliffe defined that role for an entire generation, and he will always hold a legendary place in the hearts of Harry Potter fans everywhere. But here is the thing. This is a brand new adaptation, a brand new era, and Dominic McLaughlin has an incredible opportunity in front of him. He gets to make this role his own. He gets to bring nuances and depth to Harry that the movies, due to time constraints, were never fully able to explore. And from what we have seen so far, that one image, those robes, that number 7, the visual impression is already promising. The world is watching you, Dominic. No pressure at all. Playing Ron Weasley, Harry's loyal, funny, brave, and endlessly lovable best friend, is Alastair Stout. Ron Weasley is one of those characters who was, in the opinion of many book fans, somewhat underserved by the movies. In the books, Ron is an incredibly complex, deeply human character who grows enormously over the course of 7 stories. He is funny and warm and courageous in ways that the film sometimes simplified. With a full season per book, Alastair Stout is going to have the opportunity to show audiences a Ron Weasley who is fully three-dimensional, fully realized, and fully worthy of the love and respect that book readers have always had for him. Playing the brilliant, fiercely intelligent, endlessly resourceful Hermione Granger is Arabella Stanton. Hermione is one of the greatest literary heroines of all time, and Emma Watson's portrayal in the original films was iconic in every sense of the word. But just as with Harry and Ron, the books contain so much more of Hermione's story, her struggles, her growth, her complexity, and Arabella Stanton now gets to bring all of that to the screen in a way that was never fully possible in the films. The new Golden Trio, Dominic, Alastair, and Arabella, are carrying the weight of an entire generation's childhood on their shoulders, and from everything we have seen and heard so far, they are ready for that challenge. Now, let us talk about some of the adult casting because this is where things get truly, truly exciting. Playing Albus Dumbledore, the greatest wizard of the age, headmaster of Hogwarts, mentor and protector of Harry Potter, is the legendary John Lithgow. John Lithgow. Think about that for a moment. This is one of the most acclaimed and versatile actors of his entire generation. A Tony Award winner, an Emmy Award winner, a man with a career that spans decades and genres and mediums. And now he is Dumbledore. I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am about this casting choice. Dumbledore is such an extraordinarily complex character. He is wise and warm and deeply loving, but he is also carrying enormous secrets, enormous guilt, and enormous pain. He is a man who has made terrible decisions in the name of the greater good, and who spent his life trying to make things right. John Lithgow has the range, the gravitas, the emotional depth, and the sheer presence to bring all of that complexity to the screen. This casting alone would be enough to get me hyped for this series. Playing Severus Snape, possibly the most complicated, most debated, most emotionally devastating character in the entire series, is Paapa Essiedu. Now, this is a casting choice that people are going to be talking about for a very, very long time. Paapa Essiedu is one of the most exciting and talented actors working today, known for his absolutely electrifying performances in projects like I May Destroy You and Gangs of London. Snape is a character who demands every single ounce of an actor's ability. He must be cold and cruel and menacing on the surface, while simultaneously hiding a love so profound and so tragic that it redefines everything you thought you knew about the entire story. Alan Rickman's portrayal of Snape in the original films is rightly considered one of the greatest performances in the history of cinema. It is going to take someone truly extraordinary to step into those shoes. And I genuinely believe that Paapa Essiedu is that someone. This casting choice alone tells me that HBO is not playing it safe. They're going for excellence. They're going for boldness. They're going for something that will stand on its own terms and be remembered for generations. Playing Lucius Malfoy, the cold, aristocratic, dangerous Death Eater patriarch of the Malfoy family, is the wonderful Johnny Flynn. Playing Professor Minerva McGonagall, the strict but deeply caring head of Gryffindor House and deputy headmistress of Hogwarts, is the supremely talented Janet McTeer. If you know Janet McTeer's work, you know exactly why this casting is so exciting. She has the perfect combination of authority, intelligence, warmth, and steel to bring McGonagall to life in a way that will make audiences fall in love with her all over again, playing the warm and fierce and incredible Molly Weasley, the matriarch of the Weasley family and one of the most beloved characters in the entire series. Is an incredibly cool piece of continuity that fans of the originals are going to absolutely love. And playing the anxious and unkind Petunia Dursley is Belle Powley. Look at that cast. Look at that cast. This is not a cheaply assembled, quickly thrown together production. This is a serious, prestigious, powerhouse cast assembled by people who genuinely care about this material and who are committed to delivering something truly special. Every single one of these actors brings something unique and exciting to their role, and the combination of all of them together on screen is going to be absolutely electric. And speaking of the original movies, let us take a moment to talk about the man himself, Daniel Radcliffe. Because when news broke about the new series, everyone immediately wanted to know, what does Daniel Radcliffe think? And the answer is both beautiful and moving. Daniel Radcliffe, who spent nearly half of his life playing Harry Potter, who grew up in front of the world's cameras as the boy who lived, has reportedly sent a letter to the new Harry Potter, Dominic McLaughlin, with words of wisdom and encouragement. Think about how incredible that is. The passing of the torch. The original boy who lived reaching out to the new one, welcoming him into this extraordinary legacy and offering him support and guidance. That is the kind of moment that reminds you that Harry Potter is bigger than any one movie or any one performance. It is a story that belongs to all of us. It is a story that has been passed down from generation to generation. And now, with this new series, it is being passed down again, reimagined and rediscovered for a brand new generation of fans who are going to experience the wizarding world for the very first time, and for all of us who have been there since the beginning and cannot wait to go back. Now let us talk about the timeline, because I know that is on everyone's minds. When is this actually coming? When do we get to go back to Hogwarts? HBO Chairman and CEO Casey Bloys has hinted that the series could potentially premiere as early as 2027. Early 2027. That might feel like a while away right now, but think about it. Production only began last July. They are building an entire world from scratch. They are casting, filming, designing, constructing, everything that goes into making something of this scale and this quality. And the signs are all pointing to the production moving at a very healthy pace. The fact that HBO is already dropping first-look images and hinting at teasers suggests that things are going well behind the scenes. Things are on track. Things are happening. And the arrival of HBO Max in the UK, the streaming platform where this show will ultimately live, is also accelerating the promotional push. HBO wants this show to be a global event. They want every single person on the planet to know that Harry Potter is coming back. And they're starting to make their move. Let's also talk about something that Warwick Davis said, because it perfectly captures what this new series is all about. When speaking to Radio Times about the production, Davis said, and I am paraphrasing here, that the new series is retelling those wonderful stories with more depth and detail than has been seen before. More depth, more detail. That is the promise. That is the commitment. That is what HBO is offering to the millions of Harry Potter fans around the world who have always felt that the movies, as wonderful as they were, could never fully contain everything that made the books so magical. All of those incredible details about the wizarding world's history. All of those wonderful side characters who barely got a moment on screen in the movies. All of those storylines and subplots and emotional beats that had to be sacrificed on the altar of running time. This new series is saying, we are bringing it all back. We are giving these stories the space and the time and the respect they deserve. We're doing this right. And that, my friends, is what makes this moment so incredibly exciting. It is not just the nostalgia, although the nostalgia is absolutely real and absolutely powerful. It is the possibility. The possibility of a Harry Potter adaptation that is as rich and as detailed and as faithful to J.K. Rowling's vision as any fan could ever dream of. The possibility of seeing storylines and characters and moments that were never depicted on screen finally brought to life in all their glory. The possibility of an entire new generation falling in love with the wizarding world for the first time, experiencing the magic of Hogwarts and Harry and Ron and Hermione, as if for the very first time. And the possibility of all of us who grew up with these books and these movies getting to go back, getting to walk through those Hogwarts corridors again, getting to hear Hedwig's theme again, getting to feel that sense of wonder and magic and possibility that Harry Potter has always given us. So here's where we stand right now. HBO's Harry Potter series is an active production at Warner Brothers Studios' Leavesden. The first look has been officially unveiled. A teaser trailer appears to be imminent. The cast is confirmed, and it is absolutely stacked with incredible talent. The creative team is committed to delivering a faithful, deep, detailed adaptation that honors the books in a way the movies never fully could. And the premiere is targeting early 2027. This is real. This is happening. And it is going to be spectacular. The boy who lived is coming back. And this time, he is bringing everything with him. Every detail, every chapter, every page, every spell, every secret, every heartbreak, every triumph. HBO is swinging for the fences with this one. And if everything we have seen and heard so far is any indication, they're going to hit it completely out of the park. Make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss a single update as this story develops. Because I promise you, the news is only going to get bigger and more exciting and more incredible from here. Drop a comment down below and tell me, which book are you most excited to see adapted into a full season? Which casting choice has you the most hyped? And most importantly, are you ready to go back to Hogwarts? Because Hogwarts is ready for you. The magic is back, the wands are out, and the greatest story ever told is about to be told all over again. See you in the next one. Expecto Patronum.